Asia has experienced the world's fastest growth rate in the last decade. Most of this growth has been largely due to significant efforts of India, China, the Philippines, and Bangladesh, among others. Due to a strong rebound in domestic demand and ongoing export growth, developing Asia's economies are predicted to rise by 5.2% this year and 5.3% in 2023, and the trend is expected to stay on the rise to the end of the decade. The greatest portion of the global GDP, or over 40% of it, is expected to be accounted by Asia by 2030. China, India, Vietnam, and the Philippines are expected to continue their progress and be Asia's brightest emerging stars through 2030, thanks to their large populations and rapidly expanding economies. About half of the GDP is expected to come from China, which will put it on a level with North America and Europe. Other than China, India is predicted to have an average real GDP growth rate of close to 7%, followed by Vietnam and the Philippines with increases of about 6% each. This will all be made possible with the help of strong macroeconomic fundamentals, increased trade integration, favourable demographic trends, and reform-oriented government policies. Population growth will also contribute to Asia's continued prosperity, with its proportion of the world's population maintaining over 50%, thanks to an additional 410 million people expected to be born till 2030. Furthermore, the need for new city clusters with associated production and consumer hubs will cause urbanization rates in Asia to increase from 40% in 2010 to over 50% in 2030. With so many favorable prospects, it is vital that Asian countries do not become complacent. The countries of the sub-region must keep putting the reforms they have declared into action and begin a new round of structural changes, particularly in the land, labour and capital markets, in order to maintain strong development. These steps are essential in order to remove obstacles to private investment and economic diversification. The greatest threat to developing Asia's economic future is the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Through huge increases in the cost of commodities like oil, the conflict is already having an impact on the economies of the region. It has also made the world's financial markets more unstable. Many emerging Asian countries are still being impacted by COVID-19, and certain economies have seen recent increases in instances. Governments in the area will need to continue to be alert and ready to act to mitigate these threats. Furthermore, authorities need to keep a tight eye on their inflation position and avoid falling behind from everyone else. One good thing that might come out of the Russia-Ukraine war is that it may provide the much-needed push the Asia countries need to stop importing high-priced fuel and switch to a green, resilient and inclusive growth trajectory. This will prompt the governments to minimize the ineffective fuel subsidies that tend to benefit wealthier people and drain public resources. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please share and leave a comment. We'd love reading your feedback, and don't forget to subscribe.